Hi folks, this is Jay. Hope you're okay today. It's good to see you. Just want to share with you quickly concerning this presuppositional apologetics and give you my opinion of what's been happening. It's quite evident to me that the atheist community on YouTube at the present time, and I really mean this, have just been outflanked by Bruggencate and completely outflanked by presuppositional apologetics. Now, if you don't believe me, go and have a look at my comments under some of my videos and under some of the presuppositional apologetic video under Bible Wingnut and on Live Life's channel. Just go and have a look at my comments under my videos, a couple of my videos recently, the last few, on presuppositional apologetics concerning this appearance of Bruggencate and on Bible Wingnut show. Just look at my comments and how I've replied to the atheist, and just look at the atheist comments and the arguments that they're making, and just think about what they're saying, and it'll be apparent to you a couple of things. Number one, they don't understand presuppositional apologetics. Number two, they're not educated in presuppositional apologetics. And number three, their arguments basically are just completely failing. I've been asked a few times, well, rebut this video, and I've made 2 videos already, and as far as I'm concerned, I've completely demolished this video by Live Life and Negation of P on presuppositional apologetics. And it was not hard to do. And it was not hard to do because, number one, I done a lot of research last year on Descartes, so they were actually in their video using Descartes as an argument, so I was quite confident that I knew what I was talking about there. Number two, I've done a lot of research recently on presuppositional apologetics, so I knew I was pretty confident and I knew what I was talking about there. And number three, I've done a lot of research on science and scientism in epistemology, so I was able to tackle the comments on computers. Sorry, just someone on Skype, I'll get back to them in a minute. And I was able to just tackle the waffle about science and computers, and able to demolish that quite easily. And I just think, as atheists, you need to come to the Lord. Paul says, Paul, a bondservant of Jesus Christ, called to be apostle, separated the gospel of God. Paul was passionate for Christ, he lived for Christ, and he was a great thinker and he was a great mind, but yet he followed Christ and gave his whole life to Christ. And that's what you need to do. You need to believe in Christ and trust in him. You've been completely demolished on this presuppositional apologetic stuff, and basically Bruggencate has outflanked you, Bible Wingnut's outflanked you, and I've outflanked you, and we're running rings around you, and you haven't got a clue what you're doing. You really haven't. I mean, I have asked now about 8 times to the atheist, have you read Cornelius Van Til? And not one atheist has said yes. Now, Cornelius Van Til is the one who pioneered presuppositional apologetics. So the basic thing is, if you're going to critique something, go and read the main person or the main people who have developed whatever idea you're reading about. So for goodness sake, if you're going to critique presuppositional apologetics, at least go and have a look at Cornelius Van Til, at least read a couple of his articles, at least, and the lectures of his and things like that. But to be taken seriously as intellectuals, when you don't even bother to do your research, it's very hard to keep a straight face. It's very hard not to be laughing at you. When you're not serious in your academic research. I mean, I've asked you now a lot of times, have you read Van Til? And people say, oh, you're bringing in the argument of authority, or you know, it's just a simple question. I'm just trying to ascertain, do you do research? Do you actually go and study the topics that you're actually talking about? And then someone said, oh well, you're just using authority, these names and stuff. So I've made 2 videos, and the response to those videos is pretty putrid. It's pretty poor. There's been a good fight. You try to put up a good fight. You're on form. You're better than you normally are. You're pretty poor in your argumentation. You're pretty poor, but you're pretty you're a bit backward in your research. I mean, none of you've done any research, which shows that you've not got the right mentality for this kind of debate if you're not researching. But you're on form. You are from your best. You are at your best. But compared to us, you're a bit of a joke at the moment. You're just not being able to get your act together, really, in comparison